Walber. Liz Walber is an audio-visual maker in Northampton, Massachusetts. Go Northampton. Their most notable project is Shelf Life, a lesbian love story at the end of the world. That sounds so fantastic. Please reach out to Liz if you want to make movies in the Pioneer Valley. They will be very excited. So, Liz, you think you've got problems?
I do. I think I have problems ish. I wrote a little list on my phone. My first problem is really that I wanted to write something more succinct, but I decided to sleep all day instead. Um, so with that, my first official problem, which will be a theme throughout my problems, is that my sleep schedule is completely fucked up. My sort of I go back and forth between two different extremes where either I go to sleep at 9 p.m. and wake up around 6 a.m. or earlier, 5 a.m. sometimes, or I go to sleep at 5 a.m. and I wake up at 5 p.m. Today was a outlier where I woke up at 2 p.m. But so my sleep schedule is messed up. It has been for most of my life. In ninth grade, I went to truancy court because I couldn't get out of bed and go to school. So sleep has really been a problem for me forever, and I've never really been able to nail it down. But so my second problem officially is that I have these really gross foot calluses because one night, maybe a week and a half ago, when I woke up at 5 a.m. with nothing to do, I took a really long walk. I decided I'm going to be this is my new schedule. I'm going to be a walker now. And I woke up and at 5 a.m. I took an hour and a half long walk around Northampton, saw the sunrise, and I came home and I had these horrible foot calluses that I, at all times during the day, I am aware of. I can't sit without like thinking about them. It's been impossible to not touch them. It's disgusting. So why is sleep so hard? I have become incredibly sensitive to any kind of noise when I'm trying to sleep. So even my own snoring, and snore strips don't work, but I have to listen to very specific ASMR videos to even begin to get to sleep. And I'm incredibly picky about them. I have a whole catalog of reasons why different videos don't work. So then my fourth problem is that the other night, I don't know why, but I projectile vomited. And I haven't been able to really find a reason. I think maybe it was because I got Five Guys delivered, and maybe on the way over, the Five Guys became sort of bad for my stomach, but that doesn't really make any sense. But I projectile vomited, and every time I throw up, it really scares my cats because they vomit all the time, but I don't think they've really realized that people can vomit too. So it's really a very traumatizing experience for them. My fifth official problem is that I've been putting off an incredibly emotional phone call for about 2 months where someone who I've never actually met in person, but who I have this sort of shared experience with, who reached out to me. We've been trying to talk pretty much every Saturday at noon for the past 2 months, but every single Saturday, one of us, usually me, wakes up and messages on Instagram, can't do it this week, let's try next week. But I really want it to happen because I think it would be good for me and would probably be good for her because it was her idea. But we're both bailing constantly, so who knows if it'll ever happen. So my sixth problem is that I take edibles every day after I finish working, but that has been confirmed for me recently that that's unhealthy, so I feel like that's a problem. My next problem is that I popped a tire 2 weeks ago. My car eats tires; it goes through tires like water. Like a human goes through water. Cars don't really use water. And the donut is still in my car, partially because I only drive my car once a week, but also just out of laziness and apathy. And now it's snowing, so I'm not going to touch my car until the snow melts again. And then I know that going on social media is upsetting and totally not worth it, but I do it every day, all day, at all times. First thing I do in the morning is look at Twitter or Instagram. I got red scared out of a police abolition group in Northampton for saying that abolition is a Marxist and anarchist concept, which made them really upset. But so now I have to see them on social media all the time, trying very hard not to read leftists, which is really fascinating. And I can't paint my walls because I rent, and I don't think I'll ever not be able to rent because, yeah, because I don't think I'd be able to buy a house, although I would really like to. But there are yellow walls in my kitchen, and I had yellow walls growing up, and I know that yellow walls are supposed to make you angry. And I know that the yellow walls in my bedroom when I was younger, until I moved into my brother's room, which had blue walls, were very stressful. And I definitely was able to see that. So I don't know why the yellow walls in my kitchen are yellow, or why anyone would paint a wall yellow in the first place. But maybe it's a better yellow. It's like I don't know. But I want to paint my walls. I want my walls to be like a nice brown. Is that my 5?
Liz, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you everyone for listening to my problems.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, yes, thank you, Liz. And
Thank you.
everybody's hang in there. We're here for you, and have a great Sunday.
You too. Thank you, Ish. Thank you, Greg, and everybody.
Thanks, Liz.